Welcome friends. Sitting with us Dr. Aravind, who got 29th rank in 2019 AIIMS November exam.
Thank you, sir. I'm extremely happy to be here. First of all, I would like to thank my parents, my teachers, and all my friends who have been of immense support for me during this period. And I would like to thank DBMCI family for giving me an opportunity to prove my best in this exam. Sir, I joined DBMCI, Trivandrum DBMCI after completing my internship on May, and this is my regular. This is the regular batch at Trivandrum Center. Yes, that's it.
What was your strategy while you are preparing for AIIMS exam?
Sir, strategy-wise, I didn't have any particular strategy. I was planning to crack for NEET, and for the AIIMS exam particularly, I looked at the images because images and videos are very important for AIIMS exam, and the vibe session was particularly useful in that aspect, and also the PSM updates and the other updates about the drugs, the recent drugs. Those things I looked up about 2 weeks before the exam. So that was the strategy I followed for the AIIMS exam. Also, I made a timetable so as to finish my entire syllabus within October, and I did one revision after that. And that was my strategy. I went according to my timetable, and I completed the revision for the first reading for one time, and then did my this revision again, so that when you're applying, when you're like writing the exam, like you don't have to you will forget something, so that thing should not happen. So if you are revising, you will get a clear idea, then you'll be able to recall many things in the exam. That is very important.
Were you only preparing for AIIMS or other exams like NEET?
Sir, as I already mentioned in the last question, I was preparing for the NEET exam itself, but I had a dream of pursuing like my PG in a central institute. So I wanted to get an AIIMS seat. So yes, I had that in back of my mind, and yeah, I made this strategy. I made this timetable that I need to crack the AIIMS exam, and I went accordingly.
What would you like to talk about our faculties, schedules, and notes?
Yes, sir. About the faculties in DBMCI, like they are really good. They are really amazing. For example, if I want to mention a few names, Dr. Ashwini sir, his anatomy lectures were really incredible. Like the notes that he provided is beyond par in excellence. It's like really amazing because we were able to revise the entire anatomy within that like about 2 weeks time. So anatomy was a bit scary subject for me during that time. So his notes made it very easy, and also Tamim sir's notes. That's also very incredible. You know? He's like the gold standard in medicine. Like it made my love towards medicine even more. I think as a teacher, I'm very proud of him. And also, I would like to mention a few names like Nilesh Chandra sir's biochemistry, Shivika ma'am's microbiology. Very elaborate and comprehensive notes. So that's about the faculty. All in all, they are very good.
Next one, please tell students about the vibe session.
Yes, sir. I attended the vibe session. It was conducted about October. I had 4 to 5 days that session, and the vibe session was really good. You know, we could revise the entire syllabus in like 4 to 5 days. It was really amazing. Like at a particular point of time, you will feel demotivated. Like you had studied so much of things, but you were not able to recall those. But this vibe session made us to revise the entire syllabus in 4 to 5 days. So that is a confidence booster that gives us much more a better edge than others.
Okay. Please tell about the GCLT exam.
Yes, sir. I attended the grand test, grand CLT exam, and I got a rank of 21 in that exam. So in a way, I think that it simulated my rank in the AIIMS exam. So it's a a very good predictor. You get to know where you're standing in the real exam, and yeah, all the questions were of good standard, and yeah, it gives you a practice because in front of the real exam, what is more important is the practice. So you need to practice these sessions, these tests more. So grand test is really was a very good experience.
Okay. How did you utilize our Facebook DBMCI Premier?
Sir, I was a part of this Facebook Premier group. Sir, when I joined this group, I realized that there are many faculties in that group that gives us instant answers. Whenever we post any questions or any doubts we have, we can post in that group, and instantaneously we'll get the answers. So there is no confusion for us. We get instant answers, and we could clear all our doubts within that group itself. And it also posts the recent updates as well about the recent about the PSM updates and all, and the recent drugs. Are very well posted in that group, so you can have a quick review before going for the main exam. So that's the advantage of the group.
How do you rate satellite live class?
So satellite class are very as per my personal opinion, I think that satellite classes it gives us a learning environment, because we are seeing our peers, so we'll be in that learning atmosphere. So it gives us a boost, a motivation to perform better when you are in a peer group. So I think that the satellite have helped me a lot, and also we can have direct interaction with our teachers as well. We can ask doubts through the DRB and all, so they will give us instant answers. So and also the teachers are very good, and they help me grasp all the concepts, and I think that was very essential for the AIIMS exams before, because we are usually depending on the remote memory rather than the recent memory. We are depending on the remote memory. So a thorough grasp on the concepts is very essential for the AIIMS exam. So I think that with regard to that aspect, I think the satellite class have proved its worth.
Any special note for our center for juniors?
Yes, for the juniors, I would like to especially tell that we should start our PG preparation like during your final year, at least during your final year or after the internship, because starting early is always important, because only then you will have an extra edge over the others. And we have to follow a timetable. We have to follow a strict timetable because we will get lazy in between if you are not following a particular timetable. So I think that following a timetable would be very essential, and making crisp and concise notes. That is the most important thing. So, and all the MCQ that we do should be added on to the basic notes that we have. And we should also do grand test. Grand test in the sense that earlier I used to do one grand test every month, and then when the exams came near, I usually did about one per week or two per week as per my convenience. So doing tests are very important, because we get to know from where the questions are being asked, what the examiner wants to know. All these we will get only when we are doing questions. So practice questions, have a do smart learning rather than doing hard work. We have to do smart work. That's the most important thing. Read the topics that were asked for the previous year exams, and practice all the questions, and clear concepts should be in mind, and have an integrated learning rather than learning from pathology or anatomy. Have an integrated learning, so that you can integrate all the subjects together, and we'll get a wider concept about the subject. So that's what I want to tell to my juniors, and also for the aspirants who are going to write the NEET exam in the next month. I want to tell them that just don't be demotivated by this exam. If you got a bad rank, it's not a problem. Just keep working hard, and just follow your dream. Everything will be on your own, and I'm sure you can do it.
Okay. Your opinion about Trivandrum Center?
Yes, sir. Trivandrum Center, as per my opinion, is very good. The staffs are excellent, and they are very hardworking. They work day in and day out to provide all the necessary materials for us. If a material has been sent from Delhi to us, they will immediately give us the material, and all the tests are being conducted regularly. And I attended all the tests, and I found it very useful. And Yes, I would recommend DBMCI, especially in my center, to all my juniors here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.